And there's a trick with this if you want people to not see that you stole any. And then you're gonna take that in there and say, look, we got you a whole pizza. Hey, it's Mike Fitzick, and we're gonna make a tomato pie. The tomato pie base is the same as our Sicilian pie that we made. You want that recipe, just go to Gozney.com. This recipe is gonna call for a special sauce to be made. It's like a traditional Italian marinara. We're gonna use the dome to cook this in because it's gonna be really easy. You can use a burner, the rock box works well, just low flame. This is gonna simulate like a saute. Just a little bit of olive oil in there. This is like the only fat in the sauce, so it's kind of liberal with it. Then we got some minced garlic. You can go kind of heavy on it. This sauce is pretty much all based around garlic and oregano. And you can throw the salt in there right now too. All right, we're gonna put this in the Gozney dome. Once it starts sizzling up, just keep an eye on it. Yeah, we're just waiting for that garlic to tan up a little bit, and you're gonna start to smell the oregano. Once you've had this marinara sauce, you can't go back, guys. Dirty Mike showed me the truth. This is the exact recipe of the marinara that I use at my shop. The only difference would be, at my shop, we have the oil, the garlic, and the oregano already in one container, so it's pretty much a scoop, and then we put the sauce in after it's toasted off. And we're done. All right, y'all, that's it. We got our delicious marinara sauce. It's like literally 4 or 5 ingredients, and you're done. All right, we're gonna let that cool off, and that's gonna be the base of our tomato pie. All right, so we have our sauce, and now we have to bake off our dough. Gonna unwrap this sucker. As you can see, this looks kind of like the Sicilian one that we did. It's nice and puffy and airy. You know this is gonna be good. It's been about an hour and a half, 2 hours since we've had this fully stretched in the pan. We're gonna go bake it in the Gozney dome at 760 degrees for about 5 minutes with the flame off and the door closed. Now, if you're running wood fire, you're gonna wanna get that deck up to about 700 degrees and then stoke that flame down and then sink this in with the door closed. All right, I'm gonna hit this with just a little bit of olive oil before we put it in. Throw that puppy in. Turn the flame off. Cap it. And we're gonna set the alarm for about 5 minutes. All right, so she's all done. We're gonna put her on a cooling rack just to chill out for a second. Once this cools down, then we're gonna get that sauce back on there. Throw it back in the oven for just a little bit, just to let that sauce set. Hit it with a little bit of oregano, olive oil, and we're set. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that booty. The tomato pie, like, basically, it's very dough-centric. Like, we're just relying on the flavor of the dough and the zestiness of this sauce. Basically, when I'm making these at my shop and I pick in a dough, I'm always like looking for the pick of the litter, the one that's absolutely perfect, because it's pretty much all we're gonna have to sell to the person is the really good dough and the tomato sauce. The dough's cooled down a little bit, so it's gonna be kind of more conducive to use now for cooking. We're gonna wanna put a lot of olive oil on the base. Make sure to get that bottom nice and oily. And then we got our tomato sauce. And then we're gonna hit it with more olive oil on top. And back in the oven with the flame off. We got about 1 minute left. It's looking really good. What you're gonna be looking for with the tomato pie, since it's kind of like a rough estimate cook-wise, you're just gonna wanna look for that sauce to start to set. It's not gonna be like juicy and goopy anymore. I'll show you. You see how like the sauce isn't moving around anymore? She's set on top. So what we're gonna do now is get this on a cooling rack, let it cool for a second, and then we're gonna go and cut it. You can finish it however you want. I recommend more olive oil and more oregano. That's like the ideal flavor profile for this. All right, guys, let's cut this sucker up. Like airy, crispy, saucy, herbaceous, got a little garlic and zest in there. And that's how you make our tomato pie. It's so good. Oh my God. It's like you're eating pizza candy. For the full recipe, go to Gozney.com. James is one of the designers over here at Gozney. James, you want to come over here and try this this stuff?
Yes. Well, what have we got?
Tomato pie, just like Grandma used to make. Pretty nice, right? For just being like just tomatoes, like come on, that's pretty good, right?
All over my face.
That's what it's made for. Burnt it.